What is up, boyos? It is Water Buffalo Man here, and we're back for more Ark Survival Ascended. As you guys know, we got ourselves to the kibble a little bit yesterday, and we ended up getting ourselves another parasaur, which is right there, as well as a Phiomia to start making us some feces so we can get these crops growing, as well as we happened to grab an Anki. We still have our PT down here somewhere, right there, but he's not high enough level for us to we're not high enough level to even craft anything yet. We're short a little bit of items, but we're going to try to get those here today. But we do have ourselves an Anki, so we can get metal and stone and all of that. I mean, granted, the Doedic is better for stone, but this is what we have right now, so this is what we're going to deal with. We do have these things growing. They are all irrigated, so that's kind of perfect. But we do need to go get ourselves some, well, not only fertilizer, but we need to go get ourselves some more hide. So we got to get thatch to start it off with. So let's go ahead and grab some thatch really quickly, just to really stuff that preserving, or not preserving bin, compost bin filled with thatch, just so we can actually get some things going and ensure that, well, we're gone and off, because we're probably going to end up leaving the island today a little bit to go exploring, and we're going to go try to get ourselves a raptor, honestly, where we want a little bit of an aggressive dino, an offensive dino, instead of just, that's a PT. I don't want to hit that. I mean, I do. It won't attack me or nothing, but I'd rather not hit something. Actually, I just said I need hide, didn't I? So let's actually take this guy out really quickly. That's a really strong spear, apparently. Alright, so let's get that down and over with. Let me actually... Give me one second. Alright, no, we're fine. Sorry, I just had to double check the audio really quickly, so I'm probably even just going to leave that in the video, because that wasn't too long. You're at level 35. I think I needed like 60 pieces of hide, so what we're going to do here is... Let's run up here and throw this thatch in here. We just grabbed about 480 pieces. That should be enough to get us some feces really quickly and just let that stuff progress. I would like to get a stego, but we are not able to do that yet. We only have 11 tranks, and that's a low-level Bronto, but there's too many Brontos in the area for us to even try to mess with. Let's see if we can find something lower level down here, or just a parasaur or something we could take out. Because the only problem with living on this island, like I've said before, is there's a lot of herbivores, but that's legitimately all that's here. There isn't much else. It's a safe haven to start with, realistically. If you can get a good start like we did, I don't think we've died yet, honestly. We can get a safe haven, or a good start, and then a safe haven like this, and just transition to this island relatively quickly. You'll do alright. I adjusted our level up settings as well. I dropped our XP multiplier down. I forgot I had it slightly adjusted because of the fact I was planning on doing this as a series with other friends. But because I started single player and didn't do this on a server, an actual server itself, it's not going to allow me to do it. So what I'm going to have to do is, I'm in talks with a couple other people, like I said, to do a couple of different series with them. Most of them are my friends, so I'm actually in talks with another creator about it as well. I brought it up to him a couple times, but nothing else really translated from it just yet. But we're looking to get some more done. But as of me recording this, we have now found out that Ark Extinction is going to be delayed by 3 days. Not a lot. 3 days isn't a ton. That gives us a little more time to progress in this as well. It allows us to really push ourselves a little farther towards the bosses. So like I said, our goal is only just to get through Gamma of everything. We're not trying to do anything too difficult because, again, we're just probably going to carry the character over to the Scorched Earth map, but also once Extinction drops, this is going to be on pause for a little bit because we're going to be doing the Extinction playthrough with probably some other players. I'm actually going to reach out to other people and see if they want to do some Extinction. Are you high level or are you 55? You are not worth me keeping. So let me take you out for your hide. Alright, but yeah, we're going to try to get some other players involved for the Extinction playthrough because it's, well, one, it's Extinction, and two, at that point, we might be able to try for Alpha. I don't know if we're going to do Alpha, but we're going to try for it, and our plan is going to be to take on the Titans. We're not going to do any 100-day series. I'm not good enough to do a 100-day series yet. I mean, I probably could, but I don't have the patience, more or less, to do a 100-day series. More or less, I don't really have the time to do a 100-day series just yet. Those are one of those where it's really constricted, and you have to go fast, and I'm more of a laid-back player, as you guys can see, for those of you that have watched these videos so far. Mine are very laid back, and I don't try to rush to do too much. I just let things happen and see what happens. We're short 75 keratin. Okay, yeah, so we can't make that. I thought so. I just wanted to check. So let's just store all this in here. And we're, like I said, we're probably going to head off to the island, the actual island itself. across the way. I gotta turn off these because I keep posting up through my videos. We have some kibble. Do we have any raw prime? We do. So let's actually take some of this with us because our plan is to take and try to tame some creatures while we're on the island itself. Yes, I did 100. I know I can't make 100. I can only make probably 3, which is fine. But it is what it is. We'll make 3 more narcotics. That'll put us at 14 arrows, which isn't terrible. But it'll give us enough to actively defend ourselves. But like I said, we do have the gravestone here, so we can spawn ourselves back here and get all of our stuff back, wherever I put the gravestone down at right there. Do we have any meat in here? Yep, let that just keep spoiling. We have no spoiled meat in here, but alright, let's grab ourselves some cooked meat. Grab like another 20 pieces or so, and then we'll head off to the island. We do not have any water jugs or nothing. We don't have any crystal to make any, so we're going to have to make a water skin or deal with nothing. And we're just probably going to shut this off. No, we'll let it burn out those last 14 pieces. But let's close this, and let's actually leave everything we have here, because they're not going to be in the way at all. We don't want to bring them over and risk it. Risk losing our berry gatherers and our metal collectors, so let's just head on over. I could create another like pike or something to defend ourselves, but I think we're alright with our cloth armor. I think my plan, since we only do have 14, do I have my club on me? I do have my primitive multi-tool. Alright, so we have the primitive multi-tool. The plan is, like I said, we're going to go skirt the coast. We may, if we can find a low-level Anki when we come back here, if we could tame a low-level Anki, we could end up skipping straight to regular kibble, which would be the blue tier, I think is like the 3rd tier. If we can get dual raptors, we can make simple kibble. If we could get Ankis, we could make the blue kibble, which would make taming things a lot easier, because kibble's going to expedite our process drastically in terms of what we can make and what we can tame. So Phiomias, if I remember right, they make superior. Do you have a baby? There's a baby there. We might actually tame that really quickly. Or take that. What level are you? 15. There is a baby, because we do have one. But I don't remember if ours is a male as well. I'm going to try not to grab that Explorer note if I don't have to. Can we steal his baby really quickly? Yes, we can. Let's grab this really fast. I slowed down the maturation rates. I don't know why it's so high. I cut it in half, but it is what it is. Let's bring him over here really quickly. How are you looking for food? 600. You're going to need some berries. Can I get you onto the raft? Is there any way I can get you onto the raft? Alright, let me stop you right here. Because what I'm going to do then is I'm going to bring this guy over to the to our little base and get him back up top, or at least get him to the safety of the island, or just bring him onto our raft with us and keep him here. Can you not? Okay, there you go. Alright, so we at least got him on the raft, so he's on the raft with us, so when we get over here, he'll be fine. We'll just grab him some berries as we get over here. All we got to watch out for is, right now, like I said, leech syphilis is the biggest thing we got to look for when trying to, we got to stay near the island but skirt the coasts. We don't necessarily want to be in the deep water at all if we don't have to. Because once we touch the deep water is when they can spawn, or they already are spawning and they track you down. So I think we're in a pretty good spot right here. I'm going to skirt the coast a little bit. We're going to go probably, let's see. That way leads to the swampland, so we'll probably go this way. Because the swampland can have Sarcos come out and attack you, and we do not want Sarcos to come out and attack us, because we have no way really to defend ourselves. Alright, so that is now fully matured Phiomia. Again, I gotta adjust the maturation rates. They're way too high. I dropped it down by half, but even that must still be too high. So that's gonna have to be changed again. But let's see. I will probably bring you guys back when we find something we actually want to tame. So give me a minute for that, guys. Alright, so we're back. We found something we don't want to tame, but we found something that we have to stay away from. It is over to the right. Let me just turn the camera really quickly. There is a Spino right there. I don't know what level it is. I don't plan on finding out because our Phiomia can't take on a Spino. But let's continue to explore. Usually there's raptors along the coast, and I think I see some in front of me fighting that Stego. So if that's the case, we may end up pulling up on those. I also see some Troodons as well. Yep, there's a gaggle of raptors right there. That's perfect. But they were attacking that Spino, so they kind of probably angered that Spino a little bit. So let's see what we can do here. If any of them survive, we're going to try to get them. Okay, well that one got knocked out, so that one didn't survive. And there's Dillos attacking. Let's go... Ooh. You stay there. Oh. It's the reason why I love reusable bolas. Okay. That was a mistake. I thought he was on passive for some reason, so we just lost our Phylomia we just tamed. That's fine. Alright, I knocked out that raptor. Being attacked by everything. Hold on a second. Alright. Let me try to save our Phylomia here really quickly. Well, that's a little 50. Get off my face, buddy. Can you go neutral, please? Oh, well, Phylomia lost. That's fine. Like I said, they're easy to get back, but we do have that raptor knocked out. So we can try to work on him in a second, him or her. I didn't happen to see what it was. I don't even know what level it is. Alright, so we wiped out quite a bit of Dillos right now. Wow. It's like a pack of Dillos just chilling on this island. There's way too many of them here. Good thing is they're all relatively low level. Bro, how are you eating these spears? Alright, there you go. Oh, yeah, you can eat that body. Alright, level 25, so you'll... Damn Meganuras. I hate these bugs things. Ooh, chitin. That's actually kind of helpful for us. Alright, so there's the other raptor. Level 60. See, now you are a little bit more interesting to me. I'm hoping I don't KO you, though, but you did eat a body, so hopefully you'll be able to recover a little bit. Alright, you're out. Perfect. So let's tame up our raptor. Granted, they're both female raptors, so they're not mate boosted. Alright, so you ate relatively quickly. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. So I have lost some taming effectiveness on this raptor. I didn't know Dillos were aggressive to raptors, but apparently they are. My aim is terrible right now. Alright, how much taming effectiveness did I lose on you? What are you down to? Let's see. If that's the case, I'm not going to waste any prime meat on you. I'll just give you regular meat. If you tame up, you tame up. You don't, you don't. It's not a big issue. But there's the raft. Where's our raptor? Okay, let's check a look at your stats really quickly. Not the greatest. Okay. So you're probably going to be useless to us because you only are level 35. How much taming effectiveness are you going to get? 37%. So you're going to gain like 1 level. Alright, so we'll leave you be. Let you tame up. We'll know where you're at because you're near our raft. So let's continue to explore. Okay. So we lost a Phylomia. And we ended up losing, almost losing, a full raptor out of that. But we did find a green drop over here. So let's go ahead and take a look at this really quickly. Let's put that spear away and grab out this bola. Can you attack this thing? Okay, go ahead and attack that. Let him get some free levels. Building materials. Okay, I'm actually going to take those. Because they're kind of useful. That way, hopefully it'll give you some health back too and give you some experience. You are only level, you can't carry much at all. So I'm going to try to store some like light things in you so you don't have to worry about carrying things too much. So I don't, at least. So we'll give you 70 pounds of that. Okay, now let's slowly make our way down the island. We're looking for, like I said, if we could find a male raptor, then that'll probably be a good run for today, and then head back to base, because we just need to get a nice pair of raptors and start breeding them up. We might want to head back to the raft anyway. Not because of those compies, but just in general. just to try to get on the raft and then use the raft to skirt the coast instead of running up and down the coast the whole time. Because it's going to take us quite a bit of time to just run it. Because these raptors we tamed are not going to be good enough for us to do anything with. Anything big or dangerous comes near, we're losing, no question. There's a baby Bronto right there. That could be really good for a ton of hide. But I know our raptors are not going to be good enough to take out that Bronto in any way, shape, or form. So we're not even going to waste our time. That dude just spawned in, though. We will take that hide, though, right there from you. A lot of you are probably wondering why I didn't salvage any of these bodies yet, or harvest any of these bodies yet, because I wasn't sure what my plan was at the moment. With my Phiomia's Death Essence, but I do not have a Oasosaur on this, so there's absolutely no reason for me to claim that. Alright, there's my other raptor. Let me check your stats here in a second. 760. You're not terrible, necessarily, but you're not great. Let's see if I can get you guys on the raft. See if I can bring you guys to the raft with me. Come up here. And if I run down onto the raft like this, you guys are going to be able to get onto it with me. Okay, that's kind of on the raft. You're just chilling off the back, but that's fine. Oh, never mind. Now you're chilling on rocks. Only issue with rafts is they are terrible to get anything onto. You're going to have to like skirt the coast like this, slide them on, and the pathfinding is terrible. Alright, come on. The pathfinding isn't terrible, should I say. It's not perfect, though. Alright, there you go. Now you are on the raft with me. Perfect. We got our 2 raptors. Let's head down the coast and try to go get us another raptor, a male preferably, which I'll bring you guys back when we do in fact find one of those. Alright guys, so we found something we do not need, and that is a T-Rex. I think we've actually found 2 of them. That one on the right's got some fantastic colors, but it's going to go down to that pack of Brontos. Got a Dillo and a Carno, which we can't do anything against either one of those. Not with our 2 raptors. These guys are way too weak for that. Let's try to skirt over here really quickly and see if there's any raptors, because that Rex is going to go down. I'd love to tame that Rex. That's got some really nice colors. That'd be great for the bosses as well, especially the Megapithecus. So that'd be really, really easy to beat the gorilla with, but I don't think we can tame that just yet. We don't have the necessary resources. And that is our island right there. Alright, I'm not seeing, like I said, I'm not really seeing anything that we need. I'm having a hard time finding any raptors. We're going to have to go probably deep into the jungle. But without me having any real way to cross it to that island, other than rafting it, kind of makes this a little more tedious. That's the only big thing about it. Is not having any way to transfer things. So what I'm probably going to do is I'm going to park you right here. Whistle, stop following. Oh, am I stuck on my raptor? I was. So yeah, we're going to have you guys not follow me at all really quickly, and we're going to go... There's a green drop coming in over there. So we're going to head inland a little bit, just us by ourselves, see if we could find anything. Any raptor-wise, because if we could find a male, it doesn't matter really what the level at this point. We're just trying to get it for the kibble taming, or for the kibble making, more or less. And actually, I think there's a cave around here for a artifact too, so that would be kind of fun if we could hit that up as well. But we're a little too... Ooh, green drop red ring. We are definitely going to that. Yep, no question. And I also realized you have to re-equip the Clifton's backpack every time you start up again. For some reason, mine didn't stay equipped, so now I have the extra weight reduction. I almost just jumped right off this. But yeah, the cave is right there. Where I'm looking right now, the cave is right down in there. It's the Massive Cave, Artifact of the Massive. Which is relatively easy to get through, but not without any decent tames. You need a decent tame. I'm not saying you need a perfect tame, but something relatively not going to kill yourself like that either. Something not relatively weak like we have with raptors. And we don't even have saddles for them, so it's not like I could ride them in. So let's just get this drop really quickly. I don't see any raptors. We need a male. We definitely need a male. If not, we'll go back to the island and start working on getting regular kibble really quickly with the Ankies. But back to what I was saying in regards to the extinction playthrough. My plan is to have that drop the first day when it drops. Ooh, okay, there we go. That's actually some pretty good. We got enough carrots in there to get a flyer, so now we definitely can do our flyer. But equipping these two will in fact drop our weight, so we're probably not going to equip these two yet. These are not as useful to me right this second. Well, hello, Mr. PT. As they normally would be, and we do have more oil. With that oil and water tank now, we can actually have a spot down by the base where we can get water from without having to walk back up to the tap constantly. So that's a good sign there. And now that we actually have a flyer, I'm gonna cut back to base, and I will see you guys back there in a moment. And we'll saddle up our PT and probably go flying with it really quickly. So give me another minute, guys, and I'll... Alright guys, we're pulling back up to the island. So now with us having the ability to fly, that is kind of majorly game-changing for us. That means we will not be needing to use this raft anymore. So let's try to get out from inside our raptors. Put these guys on passive so they don't attack anything and we lose them right away. But our goal now that we can fly is to hop on our PT, level up its weight and stamina, and then take it and go try to get to anywhere where we can get crystal and some obsidian, mainly just crystal really quickly, just so we can end up getting a spyglass and some dino balls. Because once we get those two together, we could end up actually going around and taming things around the island successfully and getting like the male raptor. We need to start working on simple kibble and things like that. There kind of won't be anything slowing us down at that point. Alright, so there's those two guys. Here's our family of dinos. We ended up hitting up another drop, by the way, getting more wool and some more oil, but that really didn't make too much sense for me to put that little 2-second excerpt in when we landed on the island. I think what I'm going to have to do is pull everything to me. PT, what do I need for you? We have the chitin keratin, we need the hide, and we need what? Fiber. Because it's appearing as two different items is why it's not letting me do it. Wool. Transfer that. I don't really need that narcoberry seed too much. The spoiled meat's kind of good. Oil. We're going to put the oil in. I turned that off again. We're going to put the oil in here so we can start working on some jerky again. Keep that going. Because now that we have more oil, they still keep progressing. The wood table I was going to use to put the mortar and pestle on, but I kind of can't now. We did pick up a stone blueprint for a pick for that. We'll just store these in here, I guess, for now, until we get the time to actually dig through it. But we'll just store that in there, and we'll store these in here specifically. So let's just load up our PT. If I can get out of my door, load up our PT with its saddle. We'll level you 56. Okay, so you're not terrible. Your weight and stamina is kind of terrible. So let's go ahead, and now that we have this, let's go ahead and take flight really quickly. But actually, let me save the game really fast so I know if the game crashes for some reason, we're not actually going to just lose everything. So our goal is to head towards one of the mountains that we know, in fact, has crystal on it. Farm up as much of that as we can to make some soul balls. And then go from there. I mean, if we could tame something else, I don't think we can with 7 trank arrows. I don't think that's enough. But we'll see. And we're going to drop hunt while we're out here too. We might as well. There's no point in not doing it. So we need to get, our goal is to get crystal to get the spyglass for us, the nano spyglass, the cool one, as well as maybe find some raptors and some soul orbs to tame those guys. But with 7 trank arrows, I don't think we have enough. And we need a meat spoiler, so we really need a toilet if we can get one of those kind of fast. We're running through stamina. That is a Therizinosaur. We do not want to land on top of that. So let's actually land here. I probably should grab... Nah, I'm not going to do that. I was going to grab a... what is it called? Explorer note with this guy, but he's way too low level for me to waste an Explorer note on. I just got to be careful when progressing. Just got to make sure I look far ahead. Ooh. Ooh, hello. That is a big Bronto down with a bunch of hide. So let's take a minute to swing in here and snatch some of that up really quickly, actually. Just got to pay attention to that Rex. That is the Rex I passed earlier and told you guys I was kind of interested in. Let's scarf up all this free hide right here. This is not something you pass up on. He dropped a bag, but I want to make sure where that Rex is so it doesn't come over here. A sauropod vertebrae. Oh, here's another Rex. Oh yeah, what did he have? Take that, take those arrows, take those arms. You always want to be checking these things if you see them downed like this, and you want to salvage them as much as you can. We're going to take as much of this as we can from it. Alright, perfect. Let's hop back on this guy, transfer him all the meat so he can eat that. And now we have another primitive metal hatchet, so that's kind of a good thing for us. Guess let's get airborne again. There's the Carno we were talking about earlier. But we need to try to find a mountain area. I know where there is one, but we just gotta, like, progress there really slowly with this very light flying PT. This guy can't progress fast or far. I know where there's, like, that's a raptor. I don't want to land on it, though, because if it's not a male, I'm going to have to try to knock it out or take it, and I don't want to waste it on that. Realistically, if I could find an alpha and take it out from above without it noticing me, that would probably be a really good option to get this PT a bunch of levels as well as us a bunch of levels. But generally, Crystal is found more towards the center of the map, which is the direction we're kind of going. But we need to be very, very careful because we are pushing up on the swampy area, which is not a very friendly spot to be, especially with that big guy right in front of me who came into render distance as I said that. As you can see, there's a giant Spino right there. And I think that's an Alpha Carno right there, actually right in front of us. So we're going to avoid both of those right now because there's no way this PT can take either one of them on. We're just going to try to get this green drop really fast as long as there's nothing nearby that's dangerous. Oh, that's an Aloe. Yep, we are avoiding you and a T-Rex and a Spino. Yep, we are avoiding all of you. Sorry, that green drop is not worth me losing everything for. That's another T-Rex right there. What is going on? I've never seen this many T-Rexes on this portion of the map. But then again, I usually play on clusters where there's other players. So it would not be surprised if most of them have been taken by the time I get to the areas. There's a Theory right down there. There's the Green Alp, which is probably what we're going to be using to summon in the boss arenas. I don't like that Rex is right there. So we're going to get out of dodge really quickly here. We're going to take this pathway up to the mountain, because I know the mountain's right over there-ish, somewhere in that direction. And we can go get, if you look on the map, it's directly in the center, not the center of the map, like go straight up from where our character icon is, and then there's that little stone rock thing up there. I know you can get Crystal there. And there's one of the Gigantoraptors, which we'll eventually get one of them in time. But right now, like I said, we're just slowly progressing as fast as we can. Something's being attacked somewhere. I'm not entirely sure where or what. But we just gotta progress slow and steady. But what I may end up having to do, just so you guys don't have to deal with all this slow, monotonous flying on a PT with less than 200 stamina, is probably cut it back, or I may keep it in. I haven't honestly made that distinction yet, or decision. So let's just, because you guys get to explore the map for the first time with me as well as we're flying through here, so it's kind of okay to do this. Let's fly in the open so we know where things are. I know there's an explorer node up here as well, or at least one or two this direction. This is where I had one of my original bases, not this spot directly, but a little bit ahead of us. That is a Tapehara right there that's flying with the fin, I guess. And there's another Gigantoraptor, a normal raptor over there to the left, two of them. But actually, right where this drop is coming down at is where I had one of my bases at one point in time, as well as I had it down there in the river. I did like a, for those of you that are Pokemon players, I did a Pacifilog Town looking build with my buddies. And it was actually kind of fun and very enjoyable. We lived right up here for a while, then moved down there, just over time. We're going to take all these just because. I don't need the Narco Berries, I can grab more of them as we go. Alright, he is heavy. Why are you super heavy? Probably gonna have to drop that wood. I forgot how little weight this guy has. I don't like that we're flying towards a mountain with no stamina, because big guys do spawn down here. Just gotta hope we can make it to one of those cliff sides really, really quickly and safely. Come on. Gotta keep an eye on that stamina. And this is where we're gonna stop. The top of this mountain can be very dangerous too, so we're gonna have to be careful with that. But if we can go up there quickly, get like 40 pieces, 50 pieces, call it good. Because we've got the double weight reduction now. We got the backpack plus the stacking mod going off, so we're kind of alright there. So we should be able to cut weight down. And the stacking mod counts for everything, but the backpack only counts for resources. So there's an RG. Normally at this point I would turn the serious. That's a Giganotosaurus, is what that is. Is that? Yes, that is. I couldn't tell if that was a Carcharodontosaurus or a Giga, but that is in fact a Giga. We are not going to land right up there with that thing, so give me a second. I know where we can land near it, that we should be able to grab some crystal, but as you can see there's metal down the side of this mountain, so this is a pretty decent metal spot for general. And I haven't seen a Giga spawn there in forever, but again, I generally play on clusters with other players, so it's probably because other players have taken them out or tamed them before I even got the chance to see them. That's why I never see them there. This will take this. None of it's super heavy. We'll store the cooked fish meat in you, just so you have something. And the shovel is the problem. I shouldn't have brought the shovel. I should have left that back at base. The shovel is definitely the problem. That's 12 extra pounds we do not need. Because he's got 88 weight out of 172, so he's at the halfway point already. We're pretty damn close, and I can't see anything. There's a stego right here. So we can wait a minute for the fog to pass. Or we can... Yeah, I can't see anything. We're probably gonna have to wait a minute for the fog to pass. So while we're doing that, let's put a level in here really quickly. Let's do our weight as well. Push us over 300 pounds. The hide is a necessity. This hatchet's a necessity. I could probably get rid of the one I have, honestly. Drop that, save some weight, and swap this one in. We got an energy brew, which will increase my stamina. We got some extra flint, some prime. Alright, the fog has passed. And we have another drop coming in right next to us. But let's look and see where that Giga is really quickly. He's right down there, so we have some space here to grab some crystal. But we are going to have to pay attention very closely to any loud noises. Because if he comes near, we're going to have to book it. Because we're not able to fend him off. There's no way. I kind of want to see what level it is, but I also don't dare risk going near it either. How is your weight looking, buddy? You're looking heavy, so let's drop these. If I could get about 100 crystal, I'd be happy. Get out of here, Stego. Alright, let's drop this stone. We got about 115 crystal. That should be enough for now. Especially with us not being able to fly far, because this guy does not have the weight to handle anything. We need to get another one. We need to get a higher level one or some other way to get here. Because that took us quite a bit to get here. Alright, let's go see what's in this drop. We'll take this 115. I mean, I could do the cheaty way, load up my pockets with weight, and then just jump off the edge and KO myself and respawn back at base with the gravestone. Kind of tempted to do that, to be honest. This hasn't dropped yet. Nope, there it is. Okay, so that's actually what we might do. It's a little cheaty, I get it. But when we're this far away from stuff, I kind of want to ensure that we get the stuff that we need. So I'll show you guys that little trick too. If you're playing like a casual playthrough like I am, where you're not really aiming to beat anything to be too special about it, like, see, I can put him in the soul ball. That's what that is right there. And I can sit here now and collect all these since I have the excess weight on me. And since we do have the fact of the ability to KO ourselves and respawn back at base, and then grab what we had on our person, it's kind of actually really nice to do. But since we have metal near us, I'm not going to actually grab the metal that's here on this island. I'm just going to grab all the crystal. And there is a couple explore notes on this little area as well. There's one down below And there's one down this way as well. But we're not going to avoid this. We're going to avoid grabbing those just yet till later. Let's try to salvage as much of this crystal as we can get. Because I'm kind of tempted to see what level that Giga is, too. See, if we had a parachute, we could make something work. We could possibly float like halfway to the island. But I'm going to drop all this stone. Because we're able to, as you can see, we're able to grab a ton of crystal with the backpack on, plus the stack mod we have. So again, that just makes things a little easier on my end to just be able to play and do things like this. And again, I wouldn't even say it's necessarily like cheating or cheesing the game, whatever term you want to use. It's just a quality of life thing. Like, instead of having to spend another 10-15 minutes floating all the way back to base, it just allows me to progress a little quicker and not feel like I'm lagging behind or wasting my own personal time trying to do this, because as you know, farming can and will take forever. That is a huge dino. We're not going to take that stone. I think that's... No, we got more crystal right here. Let's grab all this really quickly, because this is going to allow us to build the greenhouse too, is part of the reason why I was like, okay, if we can grab all this crystal, that would be great. Because we need the crystal and we need the metal. We need both of them, but we have the metal back at base we can grab and farm. But we're encumbered. We are a cucumber now, so we can't do much more. Alright, I think that's probably all we can grab, really. So we could go back to base in one of two ways. Alright, so we could use our specimen implant to KO ourselves, or we could try to go box with the Giga. I'm too heavy, so I'm going to use the specimen implant. I'm going to show you guys really how to do this if you want to play this way. You do not have to. This is just the way I'm going to be playing it. We have a bed here. Oh no, not the bed, sleeping bag. Spawn on the bed, not the sleeping bag. We need to go pick that sleeping bag up. But see, now we respawn back at base. And we could then turn, find our gravestone, press that, and it pulls everything to us. It's kind of like what the Feared Hawk used to do, but then we got to equip this to drop our weight in half, and then we got to re-equip all of our clothing to help us with our weight as well. But there you guys have it. That is how you get back here really quickly. But we're going to store everything that we have away. I need to build a new chest off screen. Where did I put all those? Oh, all that extra building materials are inside those raptors. I could do that. I could expand the base with those. I'm actually probably going to do that here off screen though, but let's get this stuff put in here, because now we have 800 crystal, which is kind of nice. We have a new PT, which is also really, really nice. Can I make a dino depot really quickly? Depot terminal. We can. Perfect. Let me break down what this depot terminal has as well really quickly in the video, and then I'm probably going to wrap it up here, because this has been quite a bit of a long video for you guys. There's 4 different variations. There's the depot terminal primitive, retro, and repurposed tech. I love the repurposed tech look, so we're probably going to put this one down, but we're just going to place it down right here for now, just out of the way. And what you do, captures babies when born. I'll explain all that in a minute. You could store your dinos in here, and it shows you their stats, how many points they have in their stats, how many levels you have put into the stats. So the rows go, as you can see, there's 400, 802. So the stats go from left to right. Inherited ones they were born with or leveled up with. The stats in the middle are mutations, the middle row column, technically, and then the one on the right is what you put into level. So as you can see, this guy is relatively decent across the board in weight and stamina, but as you know, he's still pretty bad as is. So we can end up grabbing some more of these guys, and we do have a standing torch, so we might as well place this down here and light up the place. Can I place this here? The good thing about the standing torches, the B+ ones, is they auto have wood in them, so you can automatically light them without wasting your time having to do that. But now that we have that crystal, I could break down into this and go get me some greenhouse glass. But we need a ton of cementing paste and a ton of metal, which I don't think we have much cementing paste or metal at this point. Let me take a look and see. No, we do not have much cementing paste at all. But luckily we have a good amount of chitin and keratin somewhere. And I think we can make some cementing paste relatively quickly. Let's see. Can we make about 100 of this? We're missing stone. So what I'm going to do is this. Because of the fact that it's not pulling it, I'm going to pull it myself, which is kind of another nice feature that I really enjoy about this, is you could pull things to you specifically by knowing what you need. So now we can craft 38 pieces of cementing paste with what we have here. And it's probably due to the lack of stone, but I could end up going out and getting more stone as I see fit. But all we should need for our greenhouse is, we're not going to do anything too fancy. I can't even see out the door, it's so dark. We need 3, 2, 3, 2. So we would need 3, 6, 10 walls, and 10 walls, 6 slope roofs, and 4 slanted ones. So this is gonna be fun. We need 10 of these. We need 6 of these. We don't have enough cementing paste, but as you guys can see, my voice went like nuts there. As you guys can see, it takes a lot of everything to do these, and we don't have anywhere near enough to do half of what we need. But that's probably going to be it right now. Honestly, I feel like that's a good stop point for us here. I'll do a lot of the little monotonous stuff off screen so you guys don't have to deal with seeing all that. I'll just end up, like as you can see, I have all this extra stuff here. I'll expand the base a little bit. I got 2 extra foundations. I'll make some stuff work. And then I'll bring you guys back in the next part when we have completely finished where we're at. And where did I park my PT? Oh, he's in my pocket. I'm nuts. Okay, he's in the thing. As you can see, I just already forgot what we just did. But yeah, I'll bring you guys back next time when the plan is probably to go back out and actually try to tame some more dinos, maybe get an Anki off screen or on screen here, and then start working on some simple kill. But thank you guys, and I'll see you guys back here next time.